Hey everyone, before we start, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more real-life betrayal stories and share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear how you would react if this happened to you. It started with a text, one that seemed harmless at first, but would turn out to be the first crack in the foundation of my world. Jealous of my ex? Maybe you're not enough. I froze, my thumb hovering over the keyboard, staring at the screen as the words sunk in. The message wasn't just a joke, it was a knife. I read it again and again, hoping somehow that context would make it less cruel. But it didn't. My stomach sank, a cold, heavy weight pressing down as confusion and anger battled inside me. We had been together for 6 years, married for 3. I thought we had trust, love, a life built together. And yet, in that moment, everything felt like a lie. At first, I questioned myself. Had I overreacted? Was I too sensitive? Maybe she didn't mean it the way I thought. But then came the signs, the subtle, almost invisible ones I had ignored for months. Her phone buzzing constantly, face down on the table, an apologetic sorry, just work, whenever I asked about it. Late nights at the gym that turned into sudden showers and long drives she couldn't explain. A friend's name whispered on the phone when she thought I was asleep. I wanted to believe she was innocent, that I was just imagining things. But the doubt was growing like a shadow I couldn't shake. It wasn't just her actions, it was the tone, the way she laughed a little too loudly at messages, the way she suddenly pulled away when I reached out to touch her hand. The things that once felt comforting now felt like clues in a puzzle I didn't want to solve. Then came the day I accidentally discovered the truth. I had gone to her office to surprise her with lunch. Her desk phone rang, and without thinking, I picked up. The voice on the other end was familiar enough to pierce my chest, a voice I shouldn't have recognized. And then I saw her phone screen light up with a notification. Text filled with flirtation, with inside jokes I wasn't part of, with declarations of affection that weren't meant for me. I sat there, frozen, the sandwich slipping from my hand. Every laugh we had shared, every whispered "I love you," every plan for the future, it all became tainted, twisted into something I had been blind to. I felt like a fool, like a man who had been tricked by the one person he trusted most. When I confronted her that night, her face was a mix of guilt and defensiveness. "I didn't mean for it to get out of hand," she said, her eyes avoiding mine. "I didn't think you'd find out like this." I couldn't breathe. "Knock it out of hand? You lied to me. Every day. Every night. While we were building a life together." My voice shook, but I needed her to understand the gravity of what she had done. She looked down, silent, then whispered I was lonely. I felt unappreciated, and maybe I was selfish. Her words felt hollow, but they also revealed a truth. Betrayal isn't always about hatred. Sometimes it's about unmet needs, poor choices, and weakness. Still, it didn't lessen the pain. For days, I oscillated between anger and grief. I replayed every conversation, every moment, searching for signs I had missed. The way she laughed at certain comments, the sudden excuses for canceled plans, the little messages she thought I wouldn't see. All of it felt like pieces of a story I had only now begun to read. But amid the heartbreak, I knew I had to make a choice. I could let the betrayal define me, destroy me, or I could reclaim my life in a way that didn't let her actions dictate my future. And so I made my plan, not for revenge in the cruel sense, but for truth, closure, and self-respect. I started small. I stopped hiding my awareness, subtly confronting the lies and manipulations. Each time she tried to skirt around her actions, I calmly presented the facts I had collected. The messages, the missed calls, the inconsistencies. I didn't yell or scream. I let the evidence speak. I let her face the consequences of her choices without needing to twist her with cruelty. The real turning point came one evening when she tried to charm me, trying to make light of everything, to brush it off as if nothing had happened. That's when I felt the power of calm resolve for the first time. "I'm done being the punchline," I said. My voice was steady, controlled. "I trusted you. I loved you. And now I know that's not enough. But I'm not broken. I'm leaving this behind, and you can deal with your choices yourself." Her eyes filled with tears, but I felt nothing but clarity. She had mocked me, belittled me, questioned my worth, but in standing firm, I had regained my dignity. The final act of closure came when I moved out, taking only what I needed. I left the rest behind, the shared memories, the photographs, the reminders of what had been. And as I closed the door behind me, I felt the weight lift, a bittersweet liberation settling in my chest. In the weeks that followed, I reflected on everything. I realized that love doesn't protect you from betrayal, but self-respect can save you from destruction. I learned to trust my instincts, to value honesty over appearances, and to recognize that forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation. It sometimes means giving yourself the freedom to walk away. It wasn't easy. Nights were long, filled with echoes of laughter and arguments, moments I thought we'd share forever. But slowly, painfully, I rebuilt my life piece by piece. I spent more time with friends who truly valued me, invested in work that mattered, and rediscovered passions I had ignored. And in that process, I understood something vital. Betrayal doesn't define you. Your response does. Looking back, I don't feel anger anymore, not in the raw, consuming way I once did. I feel gratitude for clarity, for the chance to grow, for the strength to protect my heart. She mocked me, yes, but in the end, she only reminded me of my own resilience. So if you've ever been betrayed, know this: it hurts deeply. It shakes the foundation of your trust, but it also gives you the opportunity to rise, to reclaim your dignity, and to walk away stronger than before. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe to my channel for more real-life stories of love, betrayal, and survival. Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear how you would face someone who tried to mock your worth and what you would do to reclaim your life. Because at the end of the day, it's not about revenge. It's about strength, clarity, and choosing yourself.